going, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it's time for another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, I'm going to be switching things up a little bit, and we're going to be talking about Ne-Yo and his wife, because his wife recently accused him of cheating on her for the past 8 years, and the tea is just really freaking hot. Alright, so for those of you who missed it, Ne-Yo has been making headlines after his wife posted a scathing Instagram post accusing him of cheating on her for basically their entire relationship and marriage. It's definitely not good. Ne-Yo has since responded over on Twitter to his wife's statement. Of course, his response was met with some dragging and also some support, which is super confusing to me. We're gonna get into all of it, but first, because this is the first pop-off in what feels like freaking forever, I want to check in and see how the House of Hill is doing. So let me know how you are, what you've been up to, all of that good stuff down below. Me personally, last week ended up being so much busier than I originally planned. My best friend from college ended up just spontaneously coming to town, which was so much fun. She never does anything like that, so it was a really good surprise, a lot of fun. We also took a little trip to Disney to celebrate my sister's boyfriend. He took the California bar, so we had, of course, to do a little Disney celebration. I also celebrated one of my friend's 30th birthdays. It was just a lot of things that happened this week, a lot of fun things that happened this week, but I'm excited that it's the beginning of a new month. It's beginning of fall. I always say it's back to school, even though obviously I haven't gone back to school in several years now, but I just feel like August always has those back to school vibes and back to focusing on work, which I'm very excited to do because I feel like this summer was really crazy busy. Of course, crazy busy in a really fun way, but I'm excited to get back and get focused. But enough about me, because I know you straight to the tea people are like, Maddison, for once we are not talking about Chloe and Tristan, even though I'm sure I'm gonna have tea about them later this week. But without further ado, you guys, especially you straight to the tea people, go ahead and drop this time code down there in the comments to help out your fellow straight to the tea people. And now let's get into unwrapping these Ne-Yo facts. Okay, so first up, a little background information for you guys. So Ne-Yo and his now estranged wife, Crystal Renay, first tied the knot back in 2016. And then in April of just this year, so just a few months ago, they actually went ahead and renewed their vows in a very over-the-top vow renewal ceremony in Las Vegas. I do also want to mention that in the 8 years that the two have been together, they do also have 3 children. However, all of this marital bliss, or should I say vow renewal bliss, came to a screeching halt recently when Crystal Renay went over on her Instagram and accused Ne-Yo of cheating on her for the past 8 years. Specifically, Crystal started her scathing Instagram statement off saying, quote, 8 years of unknowingly sharing my life and my husband with numerous women who sell their bodies to him unprotected, every last one of them. She then went on to say that she is heartbroken and disgusted, and to ask her to stay is absolutely insane. She said that she is choosing herself, her happiness, her health, and her respect. Crystal also noted that while she gained 3 beautiful children during this time, other than that, her time was wasted. She also asked people to stop sending her proof of Ne-Yo's infidelities because that is no longer her concern. Crystal went on to make it clear that she is not a victim and that she's choosing to stand tall with her head held high. She then ended this very long statement saying, with no hate in my heart, I wish him nothing but the best. Which, whew, I don't know if I'd be saying the same thing if I found out my husband had been cheating on me for the entirety of our marriage, but good for her. Now, of course, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Ne-Yo has since responded to Crystal's allegations, and he did so over on Twitter. His tweet responding to this said, quote, for the sake of our children, my family and I will work through our challenges behind closed doors. Personal matters are not meant to be addressed and dissected in public forums. I simply ask that you please respect me and my family's privacy at this time. As far as reactions to Ne-Yo's statement, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, they were mixed. He, of course, was receiving a lot of hate and dragging, people calling him out for his behavior, people calling him out saying that he's been acting a certain way in public and now he wants to handle it in private. But interestingly enough, there were also a lot of people, I'm guessing some really diehard Ne-Yo fans, who were offering him support. They were offering him prayers, not something that I would personally be doing. You guys know how I feel about serial cheaters. Here I am already starting to pop off. So let's just go ahead and make this pop off official and get to a much needed shambong. Okay, so here's the thing. When I saw Ne-Yo's wife's statement and her accusing him of cheating, I was absolutely freaking shocked, especially given the fact that they just renewed their vows a few months ago. But then again, I did some research, I did some digging, and the two have definitely had some ups and downs in their relationship, and they've been very open about these ups and downs. For example, shortly after that vow renewal ceremony, Ne-Yo actually did an interview with People magazine. He was talking about the new music he was working on, and he talked about how a lot of that inspiration for his new music centered around around the dark points in him and his wife's marriage. The pandemic was reportedly not easy on them. And during this interview, Ne-Yo talked about how marriage, and his marriage specifically, requires work and commitment every single day. Similarly, Crystal did an interview with E's Daily Pop back in May. So again, not that long ago, just a few months ago. And she also talked about how during the pandemic, they quote, considered divorce, but after some really uncomfortable conversations, they decided to stick it out and again, work for their marriage. So moral of the story, just what I'm trying to get at here is, like all relationships, Crystal and Ne-Yo's marriage was definitely not perfect. However, obviously with this major elephant in the room, infidelity for the past 8 years, how is a marriage going to survive something like that? I mean, truly, I think the thing that really makes me nauseous about this entire situation, aside from just the cheating, is the fact that Ne-Yo sat down during these interviews and talked about how his marriage required work and his marriage required commitment. And when you really love the person, when you're putting in the work, it doesn't really feel like work at all. Like, that is just such a bunch of freaking BS. And the fact that he could say those things publicly, all while he's been cheating on his wife the entire time, that is just not a good person in my opinion. I mean, you guys know how I feel about serial cheaters. You know, I think it's gross. You know how I feel about Tristan Thompson, so you can imagine how I feel finding out that Ne-Yo's been cheating on his wife for this entire time. It's equally not good. I just think there's no excuse, and I think it's completely despicable. And while I wasn't a huge Ne-Yo stan by any means before this, I liked his music, I liked what he put out there, but now I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to look at him the same or listen to his music the same, knowing that he's been doing all of these things. And for those of you in the comments who are probably like, Maddison, you're jumping to a major conclusion without there being a lot of proof. Well, his wife did say that she was being sent a ton of proof. She actually had to stop people from sending her more proof of Ne-Yo's infidelity. So for me, that's all the proof I need. I think the only reason why she probably didn't post the proof that she's been receiving is in an effort to protect her children. Plus the fact that Ne-Yo in his statement said that he wants to handle this privately because discussing a marriage is no place for a public forum tells me all I freaking need to know. Because if he was innocent and he wasn't stepping out on his wife and wasn't able to keep it in his pants, he would have no problem going on social media being like, these accusations are false, I would never do so. He would be denying it till the day he dies. And instead, he's up there on social media asking if he can handle it privately. So to me, between those two things, between his statement and his wife saying that she has proof, that's all the proof that I personally need. I don't know, I just feel like this is a really messy situation. Although yes, it was a little messy for Crystal to go ahead and post this all on social media and air their dirty laundry on social media. After something like this has been happening to you for almost a decade, I really can't blame her. So I do feel for her a little bit. I mostly feel for the kids because they're going to have to one day see that this all happened on social media and see what their dad did. That is so freaking unfortunate. I don't know, it's just a really, really messy situation. Obviously, my sympathy, as you can tell, does not lie with Ne-Yo. It lies with the other parties involved. And unfortunately, you guys, I think this situation is only going to get messier. Ugh, I hate saying that, but I really, really feel that way. I don't know what it is, just something in my gut. I feel like something more is going to come out about this situation. Of course, when it does, if this story interests you, I'll be sitting right here to fill you in on it. But yeah, other than that, just, not a big fan of Ne-Yo anymore. All right, you guys, that's the latest I have for you on Ne-Yo and all of the cheating drama that's been going on with his wife, Crystal Renay. I want to hear all of your thoughts and feels down below. Also, let me know if you liked switching things up during these pop-offs. You know, I always want to make sure I'm delivering the content you guys want to see. So just let me know all your thoughts and feels down below. While you guys are at it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, don't forget to keep coming back to my channel to check out my YouTube shorts. If you guys want to show me a little extra love or you just want to make sure I see your comment, don't forget to hit that super thanks button down below. And as always, you can also check out my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!